welcome to my channel. My name is Mouse, sometimes Andy, and I talk about books and book-related things. And today we are coming back to my childhood rereads series. Now, if you are new to watching any of these series, basically what I do is take a book series that I really enjoyed either in middle school or as a high schooler, and I reread them and critique them as an adult with an adult mentality. I generally try to have the perspective of, okay, this was probably written between 2009 and 2012, and give things a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to those critiques, but sometimes it's hard. This month I read the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead, not that anyone is really ever in school for any of these books, and yeah, that was a hot mess. Vampire Academy follows Rose as she helps protect her best friend, and she's a Dampier, which they help protect. I don't remember the terms. Maybe I'll put them here. I had to Google them repeatedly because I could not remember what they were called. But the real plot of this, whole book is, the whole 6 books, is that Rose is in love with her old ass teacher. Okay, so in the first books, Rose is like 17 in the first 2 or 3 books, and then her mentor, Dimitri, is like 8 or 9 years older than her, and he was like 24 or 25. I can't do math and I'm not gonna try. 24 or 25. And her teacher, and they build a romantic relationship because that's totally fine. There's no power play at all. They don't sleep together until she's an adult, I think. That was something that I tried to like cross-check and confirm, but absolutely couldn't confirm. I found no information, and nobody I messaged that had also read knew. I will say in the last book they do mention, hey, you guys were in a romantic relationship, aren't you a minor? And she was like, no, I'm 18. And he was like, no, you like just turned 18 and y'all had to have had this relationship before. And they were like, oh, well, we don't have time to deal with this right now. We have more pressing matters to attend to. So it's never addressed. So her best friend Lissa is a Morai who has the power of spirit. So like all Morai have elemental powers basically, and there's this like top secret power that nobody else has except that like a lot of people actually end up having, called the spirit. And the spirit basically causes its users to have mental illnesses when they use it. So for Lissa, she has severe self-harm tendencies when using it. They decide in the first book to put Lissa on antidepressants, and it's great, except that it makes her feel disconnected from her magic, and that sucks. Like, it really sucks to take something that helps your mental health, but then you feel disconnected from your magic. That's not a problematic viewpoint at all, and would not affect any teenager who is debating on taking meds to help themselves from stopping self-harm, because nobody has like this weird bias around medication keeping you from being creative. No, that's not. Lissa is an annoying character. She's annoying and selfish and bratty. God, she's bratty. She's self-centered. She genuinely doesn't think about anybody but herself, and I couldn't stand her. The entire series, I couldn't stand her. At one point, another spirit user uses compulsion on her, and she becomes even bitchier, and I was like, literally thought, oh cool, Lissa's finally showing her true self. I didn't register that she was being compulsioned. So cool. She has a fantastic boyfriend, Christian, who he's great, a great character. There's a lot of side characters in this series that I liked a lot more than Rose, Dimitri, and Lissa. Christian being one of them. He's Lissa's boyfriend and has a whole lot more tolerance for the chaos, but also is like a voice of reason for a lot of them. Also, Rose has like a boyfriend at some point who's not Dimitri, whose name has slipped my mind. Give me like a second. Give me just like 1 second. We'll confirm. Rose at some point has a boyfriend named Adrian, who's like related to the queen of the Morai or whatever, but she obviously is in love with Dimitri and abandons him for Dimitri because of course she does. I had a lot of issues with this book series. The way that they handled mental health, trash. The way that they handled a minor being in love with her teacher, trash. Now, I will totally be the first to say, like, I know there are some circumstances in which a 17 or 18-year-old would date someone who is in their early 20s and the power dynamic is not imbalanced. I have personally experienced this. I still don't think it's totally okay, but I know that it happens. However, with that being said, you should not date your teacher. Your teacher should not date you. Period. Period. Even after he's no longer your teacher, there's still an inappropriate power imbalance. And you're never going to be able to get past that. Not ever. It's just not acceptable and not okay. And for us to put that in a young adult book, girly, no. It's like in The Secret Life, not The Secret Life of the American Teenager, wrong series. It's like Pretty Little Liars. That's the one. It's like in Pretty Little Liars where the girl dates her teacher. And, you know, in high school I was like, ooh, that's sexy. That's, ooh. But now as an adult I'm like, that's disgusting. That teacher needs to go to jail. Jail time. Forever. We have time for you to go to jail forever for that. That's a crime. It's bad. It's not good. I don't care if they were 2 years apart and he was a teacher. I would still be like, that's an inappropriate power balance. Period, point blank. The age thing is also bad, but like the power imbalance between a teacher and a student is just absurd and it's just looked over. Lissa and Rose's friendship is toxic and not okay, except like in the first 2 books, they are like fantastic friends for each other, and they probably would have been better as a couple than as 2 female best friends, because they acted like a couple in the first 2 books, and then some of the ways that Lissa would get jealous of Rose's relationship with Dimitri and that kind of thing seemed very sapphic to me, and I actually think I would have enjoyed the books better if it had been sapphic. Understandably though, it was between 2009 and 2012 that these books were published, so we weren't gonna have sapphic books. I didn't even know sapphic books existed in the young adult realm until this last year, so I'm gonna say that would not have been fine, but it would have made the books a lot better. By the 6th book, I was so tired of the plot that I just didn't care, which sucks. I will give Rochelle Mead the credit of there was a build-up to the plot and a build-up to the ending and all of that throughout the books. There was a lot of things revealed slowly over time, but the 6th book, like by the time we got there, I was like, oh my god, when is this ever going to end? Because it was eventually starting to become very much the same thing. Someone gets in trouble and someone needs to be rescued, and Rose has to be the hero of the day over and over and over and over again. And for what? And Rose paid very little consequences for her actions. Like, people she betrayed and stuff would end up forgiving her, and she didn't deserve it. She didn't deserve it at all. So it was incredibly frustrating to read. I don't recommend these books. I wouldn't recommend them. A lot of the time when I'm rereading my childhood books, my brain is like, would I recommend these to my 12-year-old nieces and nephews or to my 16-year-old nieces and nephews? And the answer is no. For this series, I would not recommend them at all. I recommend them to people my age to reread them and, you know, have that nostalgic feeling for sure. But if you're not capable of being critical of the fact that we should not have been reading this series as teens because, like, inappropriate teacher dynamic creating a very weird mindset and the way that they handle mental health, not great, and no consequences for actions, not the best. This series felt like it should have been written for college-aged kids and not 17-year-olds. Like, it felt like it was originally supposed to have been an adult series, but they published it as a YA series instead. Am I going to watch the TV show that came out, or movie, or whatever? No, I'm not, because hashtag self-care. I don't want to. So, that's how I felt about rereading The Vampire Academy. Thank you so much to Art for reminding me of this Hell series that I read as a child, because I definitely read it when I was like 15, so that's terrifying. That was 10 years ago. The next series that I'm going to be reading next month is going to be The Children of the Lamp by P.B. Kerr. That book series is about a set of twins who once they get their wisdom teeth removed, find out that they're actually part of they're genies, basically, and they have to like save the world over and over again. It is a middle grade series. There's like 5 of them or something, so I will be reading those next month and having another review for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. If you didn't, let me know how I can do better. I enjoyed this series a lot. I enjoyed punishing myself in this way, basically. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Comment down below if you read The Vampire Academy as a kid, or if you're thinking about picking it up now as an adult or a kid. Don't do it though. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. I hope you guys are having a great day. I will see you guys on Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, and again on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, thanks. Bye.